I was on a prisoner. Biggest club in the world.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the United Show. We are joined with Niall, Ciaran, Dom, Kenny, and we're also joined with Matthew, who will probably dip in and out throughout the stream. But how you all doing, lads?
Not bad, mate. Not bad.
Yeah, good. Serbia played well, didn't they, RJ?
Doing fine.
Okay. This is United, Dom. We're not talking about anything else, right? Right, because we can go into other things. But anyway, we move forward, right? So let's start off.
A bit fucking tired, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess you have three streams.
Also, there's someone in the back. It's okay. I'll add them in, RJ. It's fine.
Can't get
the staff these days.
Anyway, we started off with Eric Bailly. Eric Bailly obviously is rumored that he wants to go.
Disrespected Ollie, like fuck me.
I mean,
might as well shag his wife while he's at it.
Okay, so what's your opinions on Bailly? So obviously the situation was United offered Bailly a contract, he rejected, I believe, and he might be on the transfer window, maybe gone from our club this summer. So we'll start with Ciaran this time, right? We're going to see what's your opinions on Bailly? What do you think about this news? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's fake? Or give your honest opinions.
Well, to be honest with you, I know Niall said that he disrespected Ollie. I think Ollie's disrespected Bailly a little bit, because I think realistically there's been times this season where Eric Bailly has not been played even though he's been fit. Yeah, he has had some injuries, which has been annoying considering he has been probably one of our best, if not our best centre-back, but he's consistently played Lindelof over him. And I think all of us as United fans would probably say that Bailly is better than Lindelof as partnership to Maguire, but Ollie hasn't seen it that way, and I think Bailly knows that he deserves a starting place. And all this news has obviously come out, and it's kind of put in a little bit of a bad light. I think I saw some quotes from his friends saying that he felt disrespected and he wasn't happy and stuff. I don't know how to feel about it. Obviously, you'd rather not have those sort of quotes come out. I think it'd be better if it was all done by himself and not any other parties getting involved. We've seen that sort of thing with Pogba, and it's kind of messed up the whole relationship. So we don't want that sort of thing to happen. But at the same time, if he has rejected the contract, then I'm sure he'll do well somewhere else, because he is that sort of quality defender. He'll do well somewhere else. But I would like him to stay. I would. I genuinely think that going forward, even if he isn't the main partner to Maguire going forward, he definitely is good enough to be at least a squad player. So I'd love to see him in a Man United squad for years to come. But if he has rejected that contract and he actually doesn't want to be here, then I'd rather not keep a player that doesn't want to be here. So that's my take on it, really.
Yeah, 100%. Matthew, what's your opinions on it?
I don't think he's a big miss at all, because he's barely fit, and he is one of our best centre backs. But how are we really going to miss him? Like, seriously? No, we're not going to miss him at all. But if he was fit all the time, he would start for us. He would start for us if he was fit all the time. But unfortunately, he's not. So no.
Yeah, 100%. Kenny, what do you think about it?
I think that Ollie is shoved by his wife, and quite frankly, I need to see the video.
Oh wow! Okay, just to start off the stream. All right, so it's kind of like a bounce off every week. It was Matthew last week with the George Best comment. Now it's Kenny hitting off with this. All right. Anyway, so is that all, Kenny, or do you want to say anything else?
To be completely honest, actually being serious, I think I would have wanted to go anyway, just because.
Hold on, wasn't you being serious? I'm shocked.
That was. Yeah, this is actual, proper,
that was
explaining. But yeah, Bailly, I think I would have wanted him to go anyway just because of his injury. If he could keep a good injury record, yeah, then I would want to keep him. But I can't. You can't trust him, can you? 'Cause especially with his injury record in the past few years since he joined us, I think he should have gone because you're just guaranteed an injury every 5 games he plays. Sometimes it's not even that. So yeah, I would have wanted him to go anyway. But yeah, I need to see that video.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Dom, it's going to be very interesting to see what you have. Thanks so much.
Couldn't
for
care
joining.
less, mate. Couldn't care less. If you don't want to be at United, don't let him be there. End of.
Okay, short and simple. Niall, coming from the unbiased perspective, obviously.
He's a United fan.
You say you are, but you know that we know what's behind that little Plymouth scarf or wherever the fuck it is. All right. No, behind that, you know, it's inside.
What,
you know,
behind the
it is,
fucking
right?
wall?
What's your opinions on Pipe?
Someone else's room.
What's
There's a dildo behind him.
Oh yeah, mate. Lots of them. I've got the one that you gave me when we met in Watchtown. But it's why he's taking his camera off. Before I start, everyone, please make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Else Dom will be coming around.
Welcome back.
But in the sort of thing with Bailly,
Yes, Kenny.
look, I think. I mean, Kenny's hairline looks like it's disappeared. I'm just chucking that out there.
Oh my god!
But no, in terms of Bailly, look, the guy can't stay fit. I mean, he's only just got to 100 appearances for United.
Yeah,
makes it very difficult for anyone to really be playing. And I know that he hasn't played a lot under Ollie, but you have to see it from Ollie's point of view. He probably gets injured if he plays. Like it's a very difficult situation for Ollie, and it's a difficult situation for Bailly because Bailly is quality. We all know that. Bailly is exactly what you need. Just unfortunately, the man cannot stay fit. It makes it very difficult for him.
Yeah.
So I think him leaving is the right way. Now, I think the reason he hasn't signed a new deal is because he knows the Glazers want him gone, or he knows that he's leaving. And he knows that United are just going to try and get as much money for him as possible. There was talks that apparently he wanted 35 million. They wanted 35 million pounds for Bailly, and Bailly thinks that they don't actually think that's enough. Bailly actually thinks that that's too much, and they won't get 35 million. But United are like, well, no, we'll sell you for 20 million. So there's issues with that. But look, I think for the sake of Bailly's career, he probably needs to leave. And United do need to replace him with someone of his quality without his injuries. If you could get someone who is Bailly without his injuries, I think you'll be fine.
100%. For me, I think it's pretty simple. You know, we're already getting a centre back in the summer, I do believe.
That chat, for fuck's sake.
All right, so look, for Bailly, you know, he's our best centre back, hands down. But the only thing is, he can't stay fit, and that's what we need. We need people who can keep that consistency, and that's what we've been this season. We've been very inconsistent. We've had some periods of time where we've been absolute dog shit, and the fact of the matter is, we need to improve our team. Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, I mean, come on, they're not the way forward. We need to get rid of them.
Stop acting like Genie. Stop flickering your camera.
So what I think is, sure, if we have to sell them, right, get a good bit of money for them, buy in some new centre backs, probably even try and get someone that will help Tuanzebe, because I do think he could be the future for our centre back line. And
I think it's dog shit.
How much?
I think under the right player, I have no idea how much Bailly cost, but he came under Jose Mourinho. He came under Jose's first season.
I don't think we're making
from
profit off him,
I don't think we're going to make profit. I mean, we'd be lucky if he actually leaves at this rate. Right, so let's move on to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, obviously a very popular figure in the Manchester United club. He got a new contract.
I've never seen someone more popular in my life.
Oh man, you know, we love him. So he got a 1-year contract. Do you think do you think that was a right move by United, or do you think that was just pointless. What do you think? An extra 1 year deal on his contract? So we'll start with Dom this time. What do you think?
2 year,
Yeah,
it's
cool.
a 2 year deal plus 1 year possibility.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Come on, RJ, get with it.
Come on, RJ, get with it.
But
Well, I'm sorry.
yeah, of course, it's really good for the team. Like, and
Why are you
I
talking
just-
like a scouse?
He's been hanging out with fucking Tom too much.
no, it's a good deal. It's a good. Yeah, boys. Calm
He's
down.
just saying Sadio
been-
Mane is
he's-
the best player in the world. And
He's been chilling with Sonny's balls.
Sonny, we do not mean any of this, man. Don't worry.
Oh, there's only one reason. There's only one reason why Dom came into a Liverpool show asking how big Sonny's balls were.
Okay, let's move on. Anyway, okay, so what's your opinions quickly? Let's just get on with this. Seriously.
Yeah, it was
Irish,
good little deal. Matthew, shut the fuck up.
Alright.
Talking.
Irish
You're talking.
Alright.
It's a good deal. It's still the building phase. We're gonna go and get fucking everyone in the summer.
I can only tell about, say, 3 of us will do well, but I'm not going to say which 3. But anyway, go on, move forward. Go on, then.
And we're gonna win the league next year because Solly's got a new deal.
All right, it is what it is, right? Go on, Matty. What do you think, man? What do you think about the Ollie deal?
It's a more impactful deal than the Good Friday agreement. I think we're going to win everything with all these. It's better than anything we've ever done.
Oh, dear
Better than
Christ.
Alex
All right,
Ferguson. Better than Alex Ferguson.
Anyway, let's move forward. Kenny, what do you think of it? Kenny, you there?
By the way.
I think I know his new contract. I reckon that it really depends on how the rebuild goes. I can see where he is going, but it's just that ability, and it's just that if he can finally get over that, quarterfinal, semi-final line and actually win some trophies, I think then, especially if he wins the Europa League, he'll start to get on the Ollie in the grade. But for now, I'm not really being Ollie out. I've been more on the fence actually. Because 5, I said 5, which is average. I've been more on the fence recently, and I think it just all depends on how the transfer windows go, how the owners, if the owners back him or not, and how the players turn up, and if the players do turn up for him.
Yeah, 100%.
What's everyone think of Aubameyang's new haircut?
It's like it's like his form awful. Anyway, Ciaran, what do you think? And also, thank you to Fenwick for the comments. Thank you so much, man. Ollie's not a good day. If you have any, just put your opinions in the chat, man. We'll discuss them. Ciaran, what do you think of the new Ollie deal? Do you like it?
Well, to be honest, my main comment is that I was surprised they didn't wait to the end of the season. And to be fair, I probably would have rather than wait to the end of the season because I mean, I like Ollie, trust me, but I feel like we are getting to the point now where we do need to start seeing silverware. And I think if we wait to the end of the season, if he won the Europa League, I think obviously that deal was signed, sealed, delivered. But I just feel like at this point we do need to start delivering trophies. But at the same time, I don't think it's the worst move because I think he has taken this team, quite far. I think we have shown progress. And if you then take Ollie out of the equation and put somebody else in, there's no guarantee the players are going to react the same way. So that's why I think, a new deal's not the worst thing. I'm happy that it's not like a kind of 4, 5, 6 year deal because there's no way you can predict he's going to be a success that far in the future. So because it's only kind of short term, I don't mind it. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. So I'm hoping he can be long term. I'm hoping he can have the same sort of career to Alex Ferguson, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
it's a mistake not to give him a 10-year contract, by the way. I think it's giving him a lifetime deal.
Niall, what do you think about the new Ollie contract?
Oh, you know that I love Ollie. I think he's brilliant. Look, can anyone honestly tell me that he's had a squad that's capable of doing anything? Like, is this squad really capable of actually avoiding relegation, let alone
We're still in
fucking
the
fighting
title
for the
race.
title?
We're
I
still in
mean,
the title race.
you've got fucking a fridge freezer at the back and Fred who can't make a 2-yard pass. Like, I've never seen it. We've got to talk about Fred tonight, surely, because man is incompetent
He will.
at his job. Like, literally, if he worked in like a public sector job, he'd be sacked for like incompetence. He's shit. But no, I think it's a good idea. Look, you're onto something. You've seen year by year progression in the league under Ollie. You could still win the Europa League. I mean, that's more than plausible.
Could.
So I think it's right that he gets a new deal. But I do agree with Ciaran in terms of I think wait till the end of the season would have been a better idea. But then again, I know we saw it with Jose, but Ollie isn't Jose. Jose, when he got a new deal, he probably didn't give a flying fuck. Ollie loves your club, so he's going to give a flying fuck until the minute he's not there. So there are slight differences, but I do get where Ciaran's coming from.
Yeah, 100%. For me, I think this is a good deal. I do think, sure, it's not 10 years, obviously, like Matthew wants, but I mean, we have to take things.
Not what Matthew wants, Matthew needs.
No, I do think Ollie's going places. I mean, you look at where he started off from. I mean, the man had at least he'd Phil Jones in his squad. I mean, that's how far we've come. We had Andres Pereira. I mean, if we're talking about Brazilians who are fake as hell, I mean, Andres Pereira and Fred, Jesus, they come together. Jesus, why do we have these type of players? But look, we will talk about Fred. We will talk about more Ollie, but for me, I think it's a good step. It does show that we have faith in Ollie. It does show that we are moving forward. I do think he has a project. He is implementing that. He just needs to get backed in the summer. And what do I mean by backed? I mean, if he wants a transfer in the summer, he gets it. Not to the certain degree of Frank Lampard and Mr.
Cheaters.
Oh. No.
They are cheaters.
And Chelsea and all that crack. But like, what I'm saying is, look, get him a right winger, get him a proper CDM, give him probably 2 centre backs and a striker, and we'd be laughing, right? Then we'll move forward. Because let's be honest, UEFA they don't care about FFP anymore. They're trying to rip it out. So the only thing that stops us from buying players is our owners. So fingers crossed they actually spend a bit of money this time.
And that is one big standing block in the middle of you.
Yeah, no. We don't need FFP. We have the Glazers. Anyway, so let's move forward.
That is literally, you want financial fair play. Just get the Glazers to own your club and you onto something.
Exactly, yeah. That's why
the Glazers or FFP or the Fonques. Like I think they should enforce it that if you've broken FFP rules, you have to be owned by the Glazers for 10 years.
I think Mike Ashley would. I don't know. Get owned by Mike Ashley and everything
Mike
you get owned
turns
into everything you own gets turned into the Sports Direct Arena. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kenny, you got a beautiful lad.
Oh, I hear that. Stop, lads, please.
Just put your AV back on.
So our last game was.
I just want to ask if Charlie's on about we going to be talking about this Amad Diallo vid. He's what, shirtless in a dressing room and then does a little dance. I mean,
okay, sorry, this is not like R-rated content. Like, we're not looking at Saliba. Jesus Christ, come on. We're a better club than that.
No, because when I saw that, I was like, hold on, what Amad Diallo fucking thing? I instantly thought, oh Jesus Christ, what have they found on the internet?
You can find the Saliba video at OnlyFans.com.
But it turns out that fucking it's a picture of him shirtless in the dressing room after they've won. And then he turns around and does a little dance. I mean,
what's there to talk
the
about?
things that apparently go viral these days are horrific. Although Dom will be checking it out in a minute.
He probably will, yeah. He'd probably be DMing Diallo in a
Lads, James Rodriguez has announced his gender swap.
Oh, we are not talking about that. And no, it's not true.
Okay, let's move on.
On more important news, the Diallo thing is now going to be Dom's wank bank material tonight.
God. Okay, here, look, let's move forward, lads. Right, okay, let's move forward. Let's talk about Leicester, our last team that we faced.
He's going off to do it now.
we lost 3-1, obviously. It was a horrible performance, but like, who do you really blame for that? We'll start with Niall this time.
I'll blame RJ.
I blame Fred. Just Fred. Like, I just blame Fred. Like,
okay.
Yeah, there was a few bad performances, but fuck me, none as bad as that. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Oh, that pass back to fucking Henderson was absolutely horrific. Like, I don't understand. Like, I've seen Maguire run quicker than that.
Yeah.
Which is quite surprising, Piers Maguire, and he's got the movement of a dumpster truck. But no, I mean it was just horrific. It was his performance was absolutely horrific. And can someone explain to me why Dom and Kenny are flirting now? I'm confused.
We're not, but
No hate. But
Okay,
anyway,
So RJ, we're gonna have a quick vote. Going one by one. RJ, do you think Dom and Kenny are currently flirting with each other?
I mean, if we had to expose the private chat, I'd say they are, but
Yeah.
Dom likes the
Is it a yes or no on
guilty.
the Dom and Kenny flirting with each other?
There are definitely behaviours that would suggest that. Definitely behaviours that may suggest, but I wouldn't want to comment.
Matt, are Dom and Kenny flirting with each other?
No.
Have you not seen the private chat?
I have, but I don't expose people. That's
All right, here. Let's move on. All right, let's move on. Sure. What do you think of that Leicester performance, and who's the one to blame?
For me.
Yeah, no, Ciaran. I broke Ciaran.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think. I mean, to be fair, I think Niall's pretty well summed up what I was going to say about Fred. I think really, I haven't seen many worse individual performances, not just for United, but in football in general. The amount of times he gave away the ball, that obviously basically, getting an assist for Leicester. They're probably up there with their man of the match, I reckon, Fred, for that performance. But I actually think as well, for the third goal, Scott McTominay completely orchestrated their third goal, giving away the silly foul on the edge of the box and then not marking his man at the back post. I think both of them, the two in the pivot, I think, to be fair, Henderson has to come out for that as well. I have to give Henderson a bit of stick. But I would say that both McTominay and Fred were not great. Although McTominay, I can't blame McTominay as much because he didn't come out. Well, he only came on in the second half when Ollie made 4 subs. But I have to blame Ollie as well because I think in terms, I don't often bash Ollie, but I actually think that he has to take some stick for the substitutions in this game. I think clearly we went in that 1-1, but we were lucky to be 1-1. The fact that we didn't make changes at half time, I was stunned. I was stunned that the same team came out after that horrendous performance in the first half, and then we made those 4 changes. But ultimately, by that point, Leicester on top of the game. I think they were 2-1 up. It was pretty well too late. So that I think Ollie had to take blame for it as well. But I think Fred had an awful performance. He really did.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree. Dom, what do you think, man? What do you think of the performance against Leicester?
Oh, there we go. Fred shit. He's so inconsistent. Let's blame Fred. Yeah, Fred's just shit. He's better than Kenny's airline though. But if we talk about that,
lads, this is not a roasting.
Not at all.
Roasting session is on Sunday night. You can all check it out. Now there you go. You're welcome. I did your job for you. Okay, but is that it, Dom?
Hold up a fucking minute. You're the one hosting tonight, so that's your job.
Excuse me.
To advertise all upcoming videos and to tell people to like and subscribe and to share the stream on all their socials.
Shut up. Right. All right. Good luck. Right. Come on, Dom. Anything else?
And Instagram.
Niall, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Well, I'm
Dom,
doing RJ's job for him.
Dom, is there anything else, or can we move on?
I'd also like to blame RJ
I can see why.
because he's an Irish clown.
Right, get out of here. Fucking hell. Anyway. Right, Matty, what do you think?
Leave the nationalities out of it. There's no need to do that.
You racist pig.
Go and blow some buildings.
Wow. Oh, Dom. That is inappropriate on every level. I'd expect that from Matt, not RJ.
What?
RJ will be streaming whilst the buildings are being blown up. Matt will be the one doing it.
I'm not a terrorist. Right.
How have we got onto this conversation?
Because we don't want to talk about
Because he
United,
fucking
that's
lied.
why.
No,
Jesus
can we turn this into
Christ.
Oh my
IRA
god.
too?
Have mercy on my soul. We are not doing an IRA show. Certainly not on this
Why?
platform anyway.
Will get
Why?
bumped up
Why
first.
not?
That will get bumped
IRA
up.
is the greatest setup.
An RJ live stream with a shotgun or something.
IRA is the greatest thing to ever happen to this world. Why not make a live stream respecting them?
Bobby Sands Memorial show.
Matthew, other than talking about
Maybe
Jerry
not.
Adams, would you like to give
It's
your opinion?
time to go!
Niall.
All right, okay. Anyway, so like, right here, what do you think of the game, Matthew? Please, let's just get through this, lad, please.
Right, let's try and act normal, guys. Let's try and act normal. I know it's difficult for you lot, but
I would blame it all on Fred, but I do hope Leicester have the most horrible luck for the rest of the season ever and next season. And I hope they go down to the Championship, and I hope Southampton beat them in the semi-final. Hope they go down to League One or something.
All right, okay. So,
And Brendan Rodgers is a terrorist. He's a man who's Celtic. He's a terrorist.
I mean, you can't just call people a terrorist because they manage Celtic. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I can.
Oh,
I
man.
can.
don't
I
know
just
who you
want
are,
to say
mate.
that everyone's views are their own.
All right, okay. So, Kenny, what do you think of him? Let's just move on from this topic and everything that we talked
Allegedly. I don't get allegedly.
against Leicester, please. Just let's move forward, lads, please. Right, for the love of God.
What the fuck?
Oh my
dear.
God.
Oh, raw. Okay. Pretty vocal. Okay.
What
Chris
happened?
I mean,
follow that.
that's how Don likes it. But anyway, we move forward. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about someone who's on that
But you
page.
know, Tom likes it. What is going on, RJ?
Well, no, I'm just saying what Don likes. Anyway, so let's talk about Fred, right? Can we get rid of him? Yes or no? Let's just answer that, right? Niall, can we get rid of him? Yes or no in the summer?
Get rid of who?
Fred.
Martial. Oh.
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
Why would we do
probably can. And you should. You should get rid of both, but
No, we shouldn't.
yeah.
Ah, dear.
All right, Ciaran, can we get rid of Fred? DC, what's up, man?
I don't know. Thing is, I actually think we've seen Fred play well for Manchester United. Like, I'm not, even though that performance was shocking, it was. We have seen Fred play well for Manchester United in the past, and he has put in some really decent performances. So I wouldn't be too quick to get rid of him. I wouldn't. But I still think he definitely has to improve. There's no doubt about it. So whether we can get rid of him is a different question. I think there'll be probably some clubs out there that would take him. But I think we'd definitely make a massive loss on him, considering we brought him in for what, like 60 million, something like that, or maybe a bit less. But we make if we let go of him, we make a massive loss. So I'm not sure if it's worth it, to be honest. But I wouldn't be too hasty. That's all I'll say.
Dom,
Hello.
should we get rid of Fred, or could we? Could we get rid of Fred? That's the question.
We could, but we've not got the best of squad depth as it is. So I don't want to get rid of him.
But technically, would you not sell him for a CDM? To be fair,
This season's probably been his best season, right, in a United shirt. Like, being honest, it's been his best season in the United shirt.
Yeah.
But he's just not consistent enough. All he needs to do is become more consistent. Matthew, shut the fuck up. I can just hear you going whinging in the background. I can just hear you whinging in the background. Shut the fuck
this same
up.
impacts my point. Yeah.
I've got right.
Why is this one called Strip Bear, by the way?
hold
Anyway,
on.
right.
Leave Strip Bear alone. She's brilliant. Sorry to mention another channel, but I didn't see the terrace tonight.
Anyway, Matthew, what do you think? What do you think of Fred?
You
And
didn't let.
can we get rid of him?
You didn't let Dom finish.
Oh, well, Dom said what he had to say. To be fair.
Oh, sorry. I wouldn't want to get rid of him now because last season he was quite good. And
My
that
man.
I did say I was a bit reactionary after the Leicester game, but I would want him to stay, yeah, because he actually is a good player. He's a good player.
Okay, and Kenny, can we get rid of Fred? And wait, what? What do you think? I mean, there's a lot of things.
I think Kenny is very firmly.
I mean, Fred, yeah, he is one of the worst players at passing the ball I have ever seen play for this great football club.
I mean,
I
have you seen Phil Jones? I don't think you have.
I actually think Tom Cleverley would do a better job than Fred. At least the
True.
pass.
No, I think he would. I think he
And
would.
that's for Martial, yeah. Martial, yeah.
No.
Depends if we can get a striker in for him. Because if you sell Martial, there's only Greenwood left. Well, for Fred,
To
I'll
be fair,
definitely.
Martial
Martial's
last
hardly a
week. Your picture
striker.
was like,
Martial's hardly a striker anyway. Man can't put a smile on his face anyway.
Well, he's not a left winger, is he?
Wait,
He's
he'll do a
good
better
at
job
ball.
on left. He'll do a better job on the left. He'll do a better job on the left wing than the flaming right. Than
He's a good
up
player.
front. He is
Well, Marcus
not
Rashford's our left winger anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
also
Martial
getting
can be
confused with the
Martial can be backup and go feed the kids whilst Rashford's playing.
Right.
Martial
Okay. So
on
let. Anyway, right. Let's talk about someone who wasn't really playing in that game, and that was Bruno Fernandes. So also we do know that obviously Bruno is a very vital part of our team, and my question for you is, without Bruno, where do you see us in the league?
Is that really a question, bro? Is that
Like,
really
what position in the league do you actually think we'd be in?
Not even in the top flaming 7. That man is so crucial to your team.
Mm-hmm.
He creates
I
most of
understand, I
your
agree.
goals. He creates most of your goals, so he scores them. Like, he presses from the front. He actually looks like he actually cares about the team. Like, without Bruno, you lot are in some deep shit. And I mean deep shit.
Do you want to know my answer, RJ?
Oh,
Go on.
I don't care because he's in our team.
But what happens if he's not in our team? What happens if he gets injured?
He's in our team now,
he's
isn't
uninjured.
He's
What,
fit.
Not it's a what if question. You're supposed to answer. It's a
The thing is, right? No,
hypothetical scenario.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then,
Let's say if he does get injured next season, right? Because let's be honest, we never really thought Virgil van Dijk would get injured until fucking Pickford said, "Yeah, I'm going to end this fucking man's career." And
That was funny.
I mean, word to be fair.
Can
but,
we start calling what it was really, which was grievous bodily harm? Like,
It was a great tackle.
I mean, it is what it
It's
is.
time.
Look, he's injured. He was offside. So.
Pickford
He won the
was
ball.
genuine GBH. On
One
the ball, my ass.
Okay,
Right.
if he's injured,
Respect.
RJ, we
Yeah.
changed the
Where do you see
formation.
us?
We changed the formation and we finished 4th.
Change your formation. What, to a flat back?
How in the
nine
name
or
of
an
God
up
do
front?
okay, here, have this. Right, without
No,
Bruno,
it
name
makes
your
sense.
formation.
What
Name your formation.
you'll go for a flat back 9 with one up top. Because you're just going to be hoping you draw your way to top 4 because you certainly ain't going to be winning them.
we beat City without fucking Bruno Fernandes. We beat Tottenham.
When
we drew with
was that?
Liverpool.
Carabao Cup.
Congratulations.
That was out.
Away.
It was without Bruno Fernandes. We don't do F buts or maybes though, so he's not. We do absolutely.
Look.
He's not leaving.
Yeah,
He's
but
built
you've
for
always
it as
beaten
well.
City. That's nothing different. Like City's literally your baby.
No.
We're saying what
Alright,
he's like
so-
he is. Like he's injured, but he
All right,
isn't injured.
so yeah. So would you say that we'd be on Arsenal's level if
No.
we didn't have
No, because we're better than Arsenal.
No, you're right. You'd be
We've got a
below
better
us.
manager.
No, we're
We've
better than
got a better
Arsenal, so we'll be
manager than
4th. We'll be 4th. We'll be 4th.
Well, yeah, but you're better because you've got Bruno.
No.
But
That's
that was
we were
evident.
better last season.
That was evident against Leicester. Without Bruno
last
pressing,
season-
and it's not just about his goals and assists either. It's about his pressing from the front, his high intensity, his creativity.
Last
He
season,
links everything up for United.
Mhm.
Yeah, but there's a reason why you did very well last season. That's because counter attack worked quite well for you guys. The issue
we
is
still counter-attack
Bruno
with
makes
Bruno.
Bruno makes you such a much more dangerous team. It's unreal.
we're not a one-man team though. We can still challenge for top 4 without Bruno Fernandes. I think.
All right.
Kenny, what the fuck have you put in the chat, you disgraceful
I
bastard?
prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Let's
Here.
just speak of Bruno now, okay? Let's just
Kenny,
ignore that comment for now.
what's your opinions on Bruno? Without him, where would we be?
I've put you in timeout, Kenny.
God's sake.
Here, Kenny, come on, give your opinions. You're not here in the comments. You're here to talk about Manchester United.
Yeah.
And not Dom.
Do you know what? Big up Strip Bear for that comment back. Dude, you couldn't afford the entrance fee. Brilliant. Absolutely love it. Kenny, never do that again. Kenny, if you want to come back on this show, I wouldn't do that again. That's just
It's a beautiful head of hair.
That was bang out of
hit
order,
really hard,
so
I'll tell you.
I suggest you don't do that again.
Right, Kenny, legit, right. What's your opinions on Bruno Fernandes if he wasn't an RT?
If we didn't have him, yeah. But last season we would have been definitely mid-table. And this season, with all the sides being shit, I can't see we'd be like what Arsenal are right now. I'd say we'd probably be about 8th. We'd probably be like Liverpool, how Liverpool are. But like, not in the same situation, but like around the same places and like around the same results as Liverpool are without Bruno. Because Bruno is the creativity and we'd be very, very inconsistent like Liverpool are. So yeah, we'd probably be about 6th to 8th.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, was that everyone? Did everyone give their opinions?
Ciaran, isn't it?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ciaran.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean everyone's pretty well made. Everyone's pretty well made, decent points. So I mean, I don't have much else to add. I think, in all honesty, even if we didn't have Bruno Fernandes, I still think with the squad we've got now, we would challenge the top 4, and that's simply because last season, Luke Shaw wasn't in the form he was in. Paul Pogba's not in the form, showing the form that he is now. If we had those players back then without Bruno Fernandes in the form they're in right now, I actually think that we'd be a lot higher because obviously before Fernandes came in, we were losing to Burnley at home. It was a bad situation. It was a bad situation, but I think now we brought in a few extra players. Some players are starting to hit form and start to hit the quality that we wanted them to. So I feel like without Bruno Fernandes, I still think we would challenge the top 4. But at the same time, we have looked poor in certain games without Bruno Fernandes. Especially, I think the 2 games was obviously the Leicester game we looked poor, and also the first half against West Ham. We were shocking in that game away from home. We came back to win 3-1. So he definitely has an impact, there's no doubt about it. But I don't think that he's like the be-all and end-all. If we don't have him, then we're going to finish, bottom half. That's my thing.
Yeah, 100%. Now you have given your opinions on this, so that was everybody. Another news, actually. So next part of the news. Nicky Butt.
Yeah.
He's sadly left us. I mean, I don't blame him, but look, how important was Nicky Butt to this team, and do you think we'll miss him a lot? Do you think because he had a big role? I mean, he brought up the likes of Rashford, Greenwood. You could even say McTominay potentially, and even Henderson. So, what do you think? What do you think of the impact that he had, and how will he be missed? So we're going to start with Ciaran this time.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think he did have an impact. Obviously, bringing through the players that he did. I can't think. Oh, I don't think you can really say now that somebody else wouldn't be able to do that job. The one thing you said about Nicky Butt is that because he's kind of been through the system, he knows it very well. He knows it like the back of his hand. So he's obviously, he was in a very good place to run that side of things. So and he's brought through some decent players, and obviously he's persuaded managers to give them chances and stuff. So that's obviously good. But I'm sure the new person that comes in will also have that same sort of mindset. And if they don't, then they shouldn't be there. As simple as that. Yeah. So whether we'll miss him or not, obviously that's kind of, you can't say that now. It's kind of, it's almost by the time we miss him, it'll be too late kind of thing, because it'll be too far down the line to get him back. But I don't think you can really say now, but I think there'll be, the next person that comes in will hopefully have that same sort of mindset, and we'll just be able to keep going forward.
Yeah, 100%. Dom seems he's working really hard, so we'll go for Matthew. What do you think of the departure of Nicky Butt of Manchester United?
I don't think he's irreplaceable, so I think we'll be fine without him. Because Ollie used to take that job, and they used to take under 20. Well, the reserves that used to be called them. So he's not irreplaceable. So we'll still have a good academy. It's not down just at the manager, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine without him. I hope he does go to like a proper managerial job as well, not just under 21s. I think he would be good. Anyway,
Yeah. 100%. Kenny, if you're still there, ops on Nicky Butt leaving our club?
What about Nicky Butt? Yeah, I think it will be a big risk as he did develop some players like McTominay and Henderson, like you said. And those players, especially like Henderson's very good. I know you don't want to admit that, but he is. And McTominay is also very good. But what I think is
Help
that
develop.
he won't be as big a miss as like if like one of our better players in this for example, so like Rashford. So like, I think what will be is we can get a new and better coaching, or a new coach who can start progressing better, like Ollie has a bit this since he's started here. So those are my thoughts on him.
Yeah, 100%. We'll go back to Dom. Clearly, he stopped working really hard. So, Dom, would you like to give your opinions on Mr. Butt?
It's a shame that he's left the club. It's a shame because, like Ciaran said, he's developed all these players coming through the academy and stuff, which is really important for Manchester United with the academy that we have and the players that have come through it throughout the years of the history of the football. But yeah, with all the talks they've had a falling out with John, I don't know his name, but it's defo bollocks. The club would never say they've had a falling out. He's just going on to another thing. He's going to a coaching job, probably with Derby, probably with Wayne Rooney. So it's something for him to move on to. Maybe he wants to go into management, I don't know. But it's a big miss for Manchester United because he is a very good person to have at the club with the history and the background he has.
Yeah, 100%. Niall, obviously you being the eldest out of all of us, you probably would know a bit more about Nicky Butt compared to all of us. Would you give us your opinion since from an undercover United fan? What would you say about Nicky?
It's surprising that a lot of you mentioned about a new one coming in because they're already there. That is basically Darren Fletcher's job. Like Darren Fletcher's job is to bring players through the youth, to link it up with the first team, and yeah, I think that for me the coach is already there. Darren Fletcher, I think, is, if we're talking analytically, Darren Fletcher is one of the best in the business. Everyone has said that in terms of Darren Fletcher's abilities. Analytically, he's some of the best there is. So I don't think there'll be someone else coming in. I think that's purely what Darren's job is for. Whilst I think Nicky did a good job, there was apparently an issue between him and John Myrtle, which I can sort of understand. And to be fair, if Nicky Butt isn't fully on board with John Myrtle, then it probably is right for him to go, because if he does, oh my god, I mean that seems like a good shout, RJ. But no, I think if he does, look, it's difficult because obviously a new challenge, keep it fresh, and all of that. He will be a missed United, but I do think that over time you probably won't see much of a difference. Because Darren Fletcher is equally as good as Nicky Butt, in my opinion, especially analytically and all of that. Whether that be seen on the coaching pitch, I don't know, but I don't think Darren's going to be doing too much coaching anyway. I think that's mainly going to be the coaches from the youth academies working with them. Darren's just going to be there overseeing the sort of transition from youth to senior, and to just help with the board and all of that. So I think whilst it is a loss, it is not much of a loss.
Yeah, 100%. I do agree with every single one. You do make very similar points. Obviously, he will be missed. Obviously, Niall does give the fact that that Darren Fletcher is technically our technical director. He will probably do exactly the same job, and you could say probably even better, because he has worked with like Paul Pogba and turned him into the player that he is right now. So, so we're going to move on. Gonna move on to a. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to a.
Before you do that, Charlie, the quiz is once RJ's done all his topics and once the show's done. Most shows for the United show last about an hour and a half, so it could be a while.
16 incoming.
So when we lost to Leicester, a certain hashtag was trending on Twitter yet again. You know, it's constantly like a recurring theme. You know what I mean? Just all these fake fans are just there just to waste and make sure that if United lose, they're always going to point the finger at you know who. So we all agree that Ollie is. Okay, so except for Kenny, because we all know that Kenny wants Ollie out.
No, I'm on the fence.
You're
not Ollie in. So
I'm not being Ollie. I'm waiting until the end of the season.
Yeah, but that's like saying I'm on the fence that we're going to sign Kylian Mbappe. Like, do you know what I mean? Simple as that. I am going to give my opinions on that.
I mean, we're not going to sign Kylian Mbappe.
You never know.
Got any evidence to suggest that you won't sign Kylian Mbappe?
Has he said he wants to go anywhere?
No. That would waste our entire transfer budget, and we also have the Glazers. And why would Mbappe join us instead of a team like Real Madrid?
Don, stop drawing fucking pictures. It annoys me.
You're shit. Leonardo fucking Da Vinci. Come on.
Can we just have one? Can we have one United show where the actual panel act like a bunch of normal people? Like,
that's impossible. I'm sorry. The person below me acts like a fucking 2-year-old.
Ever since Don moved in my house, I've been acting well weird.
There's been 2 of them that have annoyed me tonight, so stop it and try and act like a normal panel.
Okay, so
I appreciate RJ and Matt and Ciaran.
Right,
yes, I'm in the good stat. I'm in the good stat.
Alright, so what I will say, right, is, in your opinion, what? Alright. So obviously we do know what I'm talking about. We're talking about hashtag Ollie out. Now, look, if any Ollie outers are watching this, right, I would happily bring you onto this stream and we will roast you for 20 minutes, just exposing you, just to show how big of an idiot you are. Right? Okay, so let's say, right, what would you say is an argument for Ollie out?
RJ's parents walked in.
Anyway, so what argument would you say against anyone who's saying Ollie out? What would you say, right? So I'm not starting with you, Kenny. You're on the fence. You're on the fence for this one, right? We'll start with Niles. Niles is a big Ollie fan, do you mean? So we'll
Look, I think the argument is quite simple. Look, it's very difficult because I know that there are a lot of unintelligent people watching football. So actually trying to explain to it is very difficult. I would start by looking at the league. Like, the league is always your bread and butter. That's the one you want to perform in. It makes me laugh when Arsenal fans go, yeah, but we won the FA Cup. Yeah, but you're sitting 10th or 9th or something. Like, when Ollie said, and a lot of people took these comments way out of how they were intended. So when Ollie said that trophies massage egos, they hide sort of cracks with in terms of progress, that is true to a degree. Obviously, a Man City, they're winning trophies because they're doing well. But Jose won the Europa League and the Carabao Cup, yet the season after he finished his 7th. Right? That's not progression. That clearly showed that, yeah, you could shithouse your way to a Europa League win and the Carabao Cup win. Congratulations. And then you just have to look at the team. Is the team better than where it's been? I would argue yes. I think you're not playing with Fellaini up front anymore, so that's arguably an improvement.
Andres is nowhere to be seen.
Exactly, and then you've got to ask yourself the last and final question: Is the future looking positive? Now, for me, you've brought in Amad Diallo, Mason Greenwood, Rashford's about to hit his prime, Bruno's in his prime. There's plenty of good things. So I think you have to look at all of them. So you have to look at the league. Is there progress in the league? Yes. Then you have to look at the development of the youth. Are they fitting the values of your club? Yes. Do you think in the next 2-3 years you can challenge for a title under Ollie? I think you can. Do you think you can win a trophy? Yes, I can. Yes, I think you can. So you look at them three for me, and then that really sort of shuts their argument up, because if they go on about trophies, you say we're not ready. This is a building process. It took Fergie, I think, 5 years before he won his first trophy. So it takes time.
It's 6 years, yeah.
Things 5-6 years. So it takes time. You're in what, year 2 really of Ollie?
Heading for year 3, yeah, exactly.
So I think give it time. Why not? I mean, obviously Fergie took over a way worse United, but give it time. Things don't happen overnight, and you just have to look at it like that. But as I said, a lot of unintelligent people form these arguments, so it's like trying to talk to a concrete wall. Very difficult.
100%. Ciaran, do you agree with what Niall says?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Niall says. To be honest, I feel like, as he mentioned, actually, the Sir Alex Ferguson point, I reckon if, social media and the Ollie Out Brigade was around today, he wouldn't have, obviously it would have been the Ferguson Out Brigade then, but he wouldn't have got past the second season, I reckon. I reckon he wouldn't have got past, and then we wouldn't have seen the success. And obviously it's different because he came from, winning... I think, did he win a European Cup with Aberdeen or something like that? So he did have some success under his belt, but at the same time he did have to build the club up. And I think, as he mentioned, we've had made progression. Even though people are looking at the league saying we're still miles behind Man City, saying that's very similar to where we were under Jose Mourinho's second season. I just think there's a lot to build on there, and I think the squad we've got now is probably the best squad we've had, in my opinion, since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. I'm not sure if you guys would agree, but I feel like the squad we've got right now is probably, I don't think we've had any better since Sir Alex Ferguson left. And there's a lot to build on, and there's a lot to thank Ollie for that. I do think that he has to improve. I'm not saying that he's faultless, because he isn't. And I think trophies does have to come into it, but at the same time, I think it'd be ridiculous to sack him. I mean, I don't understand the grounds for sacking him. If he's sitting in second place, yes, we haven't won anything, but if the board were to sack him, for me, that would be a very brave decision, and I don't know how they would justify it. I really don't. So I see what people say is if we get in a better manager from abroad, but as I said earlier, what's the guarantee that guy's going to come in and these players are going to react to this manager the same way they're reacting to Ollie? I don't think there is that guarantee. So yeah, I just think it'd be just detrimental to sack Ollie right now. Maybe if we get towards the end of the season and maybe we can look, his third full season. But right now, I just think we need to give managers time, because in the past we haven't given any of our managers any time. So we need to start doing that.
Look at Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is a prime example of what Ollie's done at United. His career under Jose looked like it was pretty much done.
100%.
Ollie's come in. He's allowed Luke to have that freedom. Yeah, there was a few injuries. They've got on control of the injuries by the looks of it. Brought in Tellez for a bit of competition. Now Luke Shaw's the best left back in the world. Like,
100%.
It's just interesting but Ollie gets no credit for that, because
exactly
they don't want to give Ollie credit. Like, I have seen the terrorists say that Ollie's reached the ceiling. How can you possibly say that? Like, with this squad that is massively, massively weaker in terms of the midfield, in terms of centre back, he is, in my opinion, way overachieving, getting second with this lot. Yeah. And you look at what he's done. How you can say he's hit his ceiling, I don't know. But no, look, he's a good manager. Give him time. And also, they did want Fergie out, by the way. In newspapers, they genuinely had Fergie out and Fergie needs to go. So, yeah, you're right in terms of social media. They would have absolutely crucified him.
So, Dom, what do you think?
I think you're just stupid if you want Ollie out, personally. I just think you're really stupid. I just don't think you're actually a United fan if you do say you want Ollie out and you want to change it every fucking 2 years. for a new rebuild every 2 years. Watching the fucking same shit happen every 2 years. A new manager coming in every 2 years. Ollie's on a build, and he won't be the same longevity as Fergie, but he's going to be here for years and years because he loves the club and he wants to build this Manchester United team as a winning team. He wants to get us back on the track of winning trophies. Has he won a trophy yet? No, but time will come. It took Fergie 3 years to win his first trophy. Like Miles.
No, his first trophy was 6. 3 was he won his first.
First trophy was 3.
Trophy
was 6.
No.
But just you got to give him. You got to say give him manager time. I know Chelsea sacked Frank Lampard in like a year.
Different club though.
It's a different club, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
This is shown where United are at the moment with Solskjaer. He's changed Woodward's plans. Woodward actually backs Ollie now and again when he actually wants to, which is actually the first thing we've seen for a while.
Yeah,
that change in structure.
Exactly.
I mean, the United fans have been calling for this change of structure for how long?
Multiple years.
But Jose didn't want
I think
it because
since
yeah, well, Jose didn't want it because it's Jose's way or the highway. Louis van Gaal wasn't strong enough to probably get the board sorted. I just think that there's a lot more positives, even just off the pitch. You look at the change of structure, the technical director, the director of football.
Yeah, but if you also look at it, the staff that Ollie's brought in, Moyes did it wrong. He sacked all the backroom staff of the title winning season, got sacked.
Yeah.
Van Gaal came in, he chose all the Dutch nationality fucking coaching.
Yeah.
He resigned on mutual terms, but definitely got sacked. Mourinho got sacked, he brought in all new coaching staff. Solskjaer brought all the winning titles coaching staff, plus people who played in that winning team. Coach from Manchester United. Yeah. Carrick stayed as well.
McKenna was already there under Jose, wasn't he? Yeah. So Ollie decided to keep McKenna and Carrick, add Mike Phelan into the fold as well. I think you look at all of that. That's only positives, really.
We paid £1 million in compensation to get Mike Phelan back. And it's probably one of the best £1 million United have ever spent in their lives.
Well, he understands United, doesn't he?
He's been there under Fergie for multiple years.
Yeah, it was Fergie's assistant. He's a footballing. He's a great assistant. I mean, not all assistants turn out to be great managers. That's what I find a bit strange. They just don't, because you look at Phelan's managerial career, it never really worked out very well. Yet you look at his assistant manager career, it's something else. I mean.
I just think it's stupid that people want Ollie out personally. I've looked at all the managers that United, like other United fans want. Allegri played the same football as Louis van Gaal. Okay, he'll be gone in a year. Nagelsmann, he's only done it in the German league. If he comes to the Premier League with Manchester United, I doubt he would last a year. I highly doubt he would last a year.
They say trophies and they bring up Pochettino as well. Like, what the fuck, Albert?
They brought up Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag, the Ajax manager. So he's won it in the Eredivisie. Who did he play? Fucking Doxers. Fucking brilliant. Can't wait for him to come to United. And I've seen some fucking Italian guy that didn't even know his name. It took me fucking a year to fucking figure out who he was. And he played possession football as well. And I was like, why the fuck do we want all these managers? They're just going to get sacked.
Yeah.
Where Solskjaer's actually building a team. So we're going to have to wait another 2 years for another manager to build another team and for us to enjoy football. And then when they get boring again, we finish fourth and like, we don't win any trophies. Let's sack him. But I thought you wanted to keep him. Oh, fuck off, you silly cunts. Fuck off. Don't support the club.
Talk Man U makes a valid point here, I think. Ollie's trying to instill the United way into some of the players, and it's just not going very well.
I mean, it's not going to work to Maguire. I mean, that guy does not know fucking his head from his arse, to be fair.
Maguire wants to turn United into Brexit FC. I want an English-speaking...
If Maguire was Irish.
If Maguire was Irish, he would get hit by Shane Duffy by now at this rate. Anyway, right, Matthew, what's your opinions on this? What's your opinions on Ollie?
I've never actually wanted a manager sacked, so I'm not probably the best person to ask about this. So I didn't even want Louis Hall or Jose sacked, or even Moyes. I didn't want him sacked either. I'm not a fan of sack managers at all. I don't think it changes anything. So, but I do think Ollie's the best out of. Well, he's not the best. He's done the best of Man United out of the four of them. 3 of them. So I think it's stupid to want them out. It is very stupid to want them out.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, Kenny, you're on the fence, sitting out and looking at this discussion. But what can you say from obviously this discussion? Do you agree with us, or are you part of the Ollie outers?
I do agree with most of this about Ollie in, but I have reasons for Ollie out as well. So that's why I'm on the fence
go on.
with. Because
What's your reason?
There are some reasons, right? The first reason is substitutions. He needs to get better with substitutions, in my opinion.
With
Like, I know
experience,
sometimes his bench is filled with bloody Niall and Dom on the bench.
Wow, that's an insult.
When he has a decent bench, he just brings on the players too late, and we could be drawing a massive game.
Okay, yeah, but that's not his fault.
Can you?
I mean, look.
Can you?
Yeah,
explain
he's
to
the one
me-
who makes the substitutions.
No, but the thing is, Kenny,
Kenny.
right here. I'll get to my point right now, right? So this is why I believe, right? And I'll touch on Kenny's point as well. Let's start with Kenny's point. So your point is he makes bad substitutions, right? He makes them at the wrong time. He doesn't put on the right people. He doesn't do it right. Okay, that's your point. My point. What I will say is, yes, exactly. He does not have the depth. You come on, right? Let's say we're playing, say, Man City, right? We're playing the whole team. We're playing, say, De Gea or Henderson, Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, McFred, Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, say Cavani. Who, other than that, right? Or say on the bench, name a player that actually would make a difference if he came on. I'll wait.
No, repeat that bench.
There's no bench. That's what I'm saying. Martial.
Yeah, but Kenny,
Diallo,
name one player that comes off that bench and makes a considerable impact to win you a game, defensively or offensively.
Or offensively.
Do you mean
Right, so I'll give you a scenario. You're 1-0 up against Manchester City, and you want to make sure that you win the game. Who on that bench do you bring on that is going to do a better job than the players on the pitch?
Silence.
I don't even know who's on the bench. So that's the thing.
That's how bad it is.
Well, name you a bench. So you've got, let's say, De Gea, Tuanzebe, Bailly, Matic, Martial, Diallo, Donny van de Beek. There you go. That is your bench.
De Gea at striker, Donny van de Beek at goalkeeper, Diallo at centre back. That's.
So are you smoking Martial's weed?
Put Diallo on.
When I said uneducated, I'm starting to prove my point. That's not a slam at you, but that's the thing. There is no bench to make an.
I'm not only out though. It's just I think.
Yeah, but that point is
a Diallo one.
So with that point getting rid of, you know what points it to be Ollie out. So technically, you should be Ollie in at this rate. There's no point anymore. You said that there's bad with the substitutions.
I had another point as well.
Okay, then tell me all your points. We will back them out.
The tactic. I don't like the tactic sometimes in big games.
He bet the best manager in the world twice.
He goes to a 0-0. It's really annoying. He didn't do his goal. And as Man City didn't improve.
Okay, so so you mentioned tactics. I can do this one. I'm fine.
Okay. Tactics. Against like big sides, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's cool. So how would you change the tactics that Ollie uses?
Try and have more energy, more attacking prowess, and don't just sit back and wait. Don't just sit back and let them attack. Let's
run with this.
Okay.
So you want more attacking prowess, right? So that would mean you have to take something defensively away from your away to put the attacking tactics in. So what do you want to do? Do you want to split up the double pivot and then expose your two slow centre? No. Let me finish my point. So you want to take away the double pivot and then expose your two slow centre backs so that you can get scored against, or would you rather that Ollie protects the slow centre backs with a double pivot and then whilst he's got the players he's got, you can then move Look, the thing is, if you want something, if you want to play more attacking, that means you're going to have to expose yourself defensively. You haven't got the centre backs to expose yourself defensively. Now, there is a way to change this. You get new players. I've always said United are 4 players away from playing the style of football you want. You need a fast centre back who can track back. Right? That is firstly what you need. You then need a DM that is able to cut out passes, is defensively solid. What you essentially need is a Michael Carrick. You want a Michael Carrick who can spot passes, be in the right positions, and play the ball effectively. You then need a right winger. Now, you need that so that your offence can be on both sides, so that your attacks don't come just from the left. You need that right winger so your attacks can come from both flanks. You then need a striker that could be Greenwood in a couple of years' time, but you need that striker. But before that striker, your striker is if you get Haaland and only Haaland, you still have the same problems. Your attacks all come down the left. Your defence isn't quick enough. Because if you get a faster centre back, you can then push your defensive line up 20 yards. That makes a massive effort in making it more attacking. You then take away that double pivot and replace that with one DM. You then have box-to-box midfielder who can then implement and supplement the attack. So what you're saying is you want new players, because with the players you've got at the club right now, you can't do that because you'll get beat every game. Thank you for your point.
Any other points that we have to destroy to make you an Ollie Ian fan? Or is that it? Are you now an Ollie Ian fan?
That's it. And also, no comment on whether I'm Ollie Ian or Ollie out. You'll have to find out with clues.
The thing is, Kenny, you're coming up against someone who's watched football for about
20 years more.
About 16 years. I've watched. I've been a manager myself, so I know what I'm. You're coming up against someone who knows their shit. So I feel for you, but it was a nice try, but it took me about 2 minutes to dismantle both points.
What I will say about Ollie, right? So obviously everyone's given their opinions, and I think I do agree with everybody. Hold on, can you talk about how difficult it is for Ollie? Exactly. And that's the thing. I don't think any manager, except for Fergie, was able to do that. And I don't think Fergie would actually do well with this squad, if I'm really honest. This squad is very sensitive. It is very weak-minded, if I'm going to be really honest. You can't do a hairdryer treatment to one of them. They'd cry to death and they'll never play for us. All right? So what I believe is...
It's not
what Ollie does, right? And on this... Yeah, no, I will go through my point as well, but to just examine what Talkman you said... Ollie can't do with Sir Alex Ferguson on this. He can't. He has to do what he's been doing. He has to be their friend. He has to, guide them in the right direction like he has. I mean, look at him and Pogba. I mean, they love each other. I mean, it is what it is. But, what I think is, if you did a hairdryer treatment to, let's say someone, I wouldn't say Pogba, but I would say someone like, let's say Fred, right? Fred would never play the exact same football you want him to play ever again. He would be too scared to come onto the pitch, and he'd probably give away more balls than Saliba at that rate. But what I will tell you, right? For me, for Ollie, I think yes, he is a man on a mission for the fact that when we're talking about depth, and I'm going to Kenny's point, obviously that our team doesn't have any depth. You look at the cam. If Bruno Fernandes gets injured, who do we replace him with? The question is, we don't. The question that we do pray is we hope that A, JC Lingard hopefully comes back and we can use him. B, Hannibal becomes ready for the Premier League. Or C, we have to buy someone in. That's how it works. And the fact is C is not going to happen because Bruno's never injured, so we're not going to buy someone in just in case. Hannibal is about 18 years old, probably even 17 I would bet. But he's absolutely world talent, but he's not ready yet. Like I said, Ollie's even said he gets about 20, 30 fouls on him every single game. So potentially we could see him injured more times than ever because he's like a target man. Literally, every team, if he gets the ball, the team needs to get rid of him as ASAP. And that's what happens in the under-23 league. Pretty much he gets taken out so many times because he's that good. As for other players, I mean, look at our centre-back line, right? It's simple as that. Bailly wants to leave. Tuanzebe's not ready. Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof are absolute dog shit. How can you even say that we are in a position to challenge City when City have more centre-backs, more left backs, more right backs. They could even fill a full team with a full back line. That's how crazy their depth is. And you're saying that, look, Ole's not good with tactics and he's not good with things. If he's so bad at tactics, how is he able to beat Pep Guardiola twice in one season? Not even twice, 3 times. He bet him twice in the Premier League, in the FA Cup. He can do it loads of times, and it's just the fact that he needs the tools to do the things he wants to do. Alex Ferguson would not have done those with his tools without, say, Ferdinand and Vidic. He wouldn't have done it with Rooney. He wouldn't have done it with Ronaldo. He needs those tools, and that's what we need. So what I say about United fans who are impatient, who are stubborn at the fact that they can't wait for any longer than about a year and a half, to go support Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? That's the way they follow things. A manager's life there is about 1.5 years. You'll like them there, and that's how it is. So you can talk about trophies and all that as well. And this will be my final point, because obviously I've been on a little rant for the last little while. The thing about Ole is, right, he's been very unlucky because he's had so many, not injuries, but he's had players hit the worst at the wrong time, especially last season. I mean, during Seville, if you saw Bruno Fernandes, that man was burnt out. And he's our best player. If he was burnt out with this entire season, I don't think we'd be even in the position that we are. So are we overachieving the season? Absolutely. Absolutely. Second place over 18 other teams in the Premier League. I would take that any day of the week, right? So going through all that, Ole deserves that contract. He deserves some financial backing, and the way that FFP is gone, Man City would probably get stronger, but it is what it is. Ole will always be Pep, just the way they play. That's how it is. So so we're gonna finish up now. I do believe everyone wants to see how bad we're gonna do in this quiz, because let's be honest, half of us are not in tune. Isn't that right, Dom? So right, so.
Well, you're Irish, RJ, so you're never in tune.
I can take over. This.
I don't black out.
RJ finding the answers as we speak.
So basically, I'll quickly explain the rules of it. There will be 5 pictures of 5 moments of different games. You get a point for the score, the year, and the competition it was in. Right, okay. So it'll be 5. Every team has had one easy one. Liverpool had Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup. Chelsea had Champions League, and Arsenal had FA Cup with Hull. So there is an easy one in there, and if you get it wrong, you're a bit fucked. But because Chelsea got 15 out of 15, there is a bonus point. So if you want to beat Chelsea, the bonus point is if you get all 15. So if you get all 5 pictures correct, the bonus point is the last goal in the last picture, the minute it went in. So you have to tell me what minute that goal went in on the last of the last picture I show you. So we will start with this picture now. I've
got no faith.
I mean, Ciaran, I hope we can do it together, but because we're not relying on the ball.
We shall see.
What?
I'll give it my best shot.
Speaking to a season ticket holder, RJ, but carry on.
Right.
Okay, buddy. We'll see.
The first picture is this one.
Oh, yes.
This is a very.
Do you want the aggregate score as well, or do you just want the score on the day?
So no, just the score on the day.
Okay. I think that was 3-1.
Yeah.
I think on the day it was 3-1 United.
Yeah, it was.
That would have been in 2009.
Yeah,
it was 08-09 season.
Yeah, that's the World Cup one. World Cup. Yeah.
So 3-1 2009, and what Champions League is a competition.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We all in agreement with that?
Semi-final.
Yeah.
I mean,
semi-final.
Ciaran said it is. You know what I mean?
So the next one is
this
one.
Right.
Oh, Marcus
yes, I know this
Rashford,
one.
against Man, yeah.
This is
2018, I
against-
believe.
Whoa, we need to speak at once.
One at a time.
Wait.
Okay, so who wants to go for this, lads?
Well, it's 2-1. I know
Well,
it's 2-1.
It was
2-1 Premier League.
This is where Rashford absolute pummeled Van Dijk to the ground. We all saw it, lads. It's a
Bias.
beautiful.
Yeah, but
Bias.
But yeah, no, this
I love
is
the game.
2018,
Is it 18-19?
2-1.
17-18.
17-18, yeah.
You sure?
So,
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
yeah.
It's
was
2018.
under,
It's 2018. It's 2018.
Jose's second season.
Yeah, it's 2018 then.
Right.
But was
Yeah,
it the
2018.
start of like the season? Was it like kind of? I don't know.
No,
I think I got
No,
2018.
no. I was at
Yeah.
the game. It was definitely in 17-18.
I hope you're
Yeah,
right
but
then. I hope
you
you're
need
right.
the-
Okay.
You need the specific. You need the specific year. So are you all going for 2018?
It's 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 2018.
We
Yeah.
played
2018.
Anfield
We
0-0.
No,
played away.
I only say that because of the kit. The first year Mourinho's with the red and white with the little checkered thing with Zlatan in it, where Zlatan used to wear it. But that kit's different. That's the next year when Mourinho gets. Is it?
Yeah, that's my kid. That's the kid I have at the moment. This is
I'm
my
pretty
kid.
sure-
So
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
17-18, boys.
We drew.
The buttons and all.
We drew away that.
We move on.
Yeah, we drew. Yeah.
So the next one
Yeah.
is this one.
Okay.
Oh, is
Um,
it 2010, 11, 2010, 11.
Hold on.
That would have been 2011. That would have been in
Yeah.
2011 Champions League. So I'm going to go 2011 on because that's going to be at Stamford Bridge, and I'm not sure. I think it was either 1-0 United or 2-1.
I think it's 2-1 though. That's the thing. I feel like Rooney got 2.
But I think in the second leg we won 2-1 and we went through because Park scored, I think, and Hernandez might have scored in the second leg. So
didn't
Yeah,
Rooney
no,
get
I know.
two at
It was
Stamford
2-1. No,
Bridge?
lads. It was no. I remember. Yeah, it was 2-1.
Well, at
Actually,
Stamford
yeah,
Bridge.
3-1, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 3-1 because in the first leg they got was 1-0.
3-1
in the first-
2-1.
No, 3-1 was the aggregate. I remember, and then
Oh.
2-1. That was the game itself. That was 2-1.
Yeah, I thought it was 2-1.
Yeah.
But so I know Rooney, but who would have scored our second goal in that game?
Was it not Rooney? Didn't Rooney score twice in that?
Well, it was rude, wasn't it?
Because he scored one where it got pulled by Giggs, pulled back to him. Giggs pulled it back to him, and then he put it in the back of the net. That was the opening goal. But then I'm not sure. I don't know why. For some reason, I feel like it could have been 1-0.
I thought it was 2-1 though.
We beat them 1-0 in the away leg. Is that the away leg?
Yeah.
This is the away leg, isn't it?
That looks like
Is that the
Stamford
way-
Bridge to me.
We won.
I think Rooney scored twice.
I've got a
It
feeling
was
he
it?
did score twice.
No, actually, no.
I think no. I think
Was it
I think
2-1?
it could be that- it could not.
Oh, I've suddenly had a brainstorm. Was it Vidic who scored the second goal?
I know. Wait, hold on. So it's either the
I think it's
1-0 or
1-0.
2-1.
It's
I
2-1,
think it's
2-1,
1-0.
2-1.
I think
Wait,
it's
wait.
I thought it was 2-1.
I think it
Vidic
should
had a
be 1-0.
brainstorm. I swear,
Right,
Vidic scored.
Kenny, let everyone else talk, mate. We know you think
Right.
it's 2-1.
You know, I think
I think it's
just
1-0.
looking back, I think it's 1-0. I think Wayne Rooney getting the only goal because I feel like
I'm sure it is 2-1 though.
I
No,
think
you know what? I think it's 1-0 as well.
Right, we'll
I
go
think
1-0.
it's 1-0 as well.
1-0.
I think it's 1-0 as well.
Yeah, we'll go 1-0.
So
Okay.
what? 1-0 2011 Champions League.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right.
yeah
The
against
next
Chelsea.
one is this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's,
this
I
is
don't know.
is that Man City?
this is
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
Man City.
Yeah, so Premier
this
League.
is, yes.
That's
But the
first
year,
season. Is
the
that tw-
kiss.
Is that 03? When did
I-
Ronaldo
but,
sign?
no, wait, hold on. It's either
04, is it? 04?
Hold on.
Would Ronaldo been here in 04?
Can't speak much on this one because I wasn't alive during this whole thing.
Yeah.
Just a score, I don't know.
I remember there was only two kits that had Vodafone on it. And I think they were 2003.
Oh,
So
they've got
four.
Van Nistelrooy in the team though.
Yeah, so I think it has to be 03 or something like that, wouldn't it?
Oh,
I'm just going to agree with whatever you guys say.
It's got
The
the
thing is-
black though. That's the thing.
I would never be able to tell you the scoreline. That's the problem.
Should we just go for a punt and then go like 2-0 or something?
I think it was 3. I think we scored 3.
3-0.
Because I can remember watching. I don't know whether it's this season, but I can remember watching a tape of a kit very similar to that, where we might have won. Was it? Oh, I can't remember. I feel like it could have been 4-2 United.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
And I feel like I've watched the highlights of this sort of game before,
Competition.
and I think. My guess would be 4-2 2004 Premier League. That's what I'd say, but it's a little bit of a punt. But
I don't think it was 4-2. What did you say, Matt?
I thought it was 3-0.
I'm just going to stay here. I'm just going to guess 3-1. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to guess it. It's 3-1, yeah? It's one of my only guesses. Like,
I think 2004 is the year, in my opinion, and I think
You all agreed with the year.
Yeah.
Let's go for the
to
year.
be honest, take my 3-1 with a pinch of salt because I wasn't even alive during this. I don't believe.
Yeah, we get it. So what was the score?
I mean, I have a feeling it could be 4-2, but again,
You know what I actually think, right? And this could be a shout. I think it could be 3-1.
we won, yeah.
Are we sure it's 2004 though?
Wait,
I think it was 2004.
my guess
It could be
actually right.
2004 because, like I said, 2003 and 2004 kids. I think weren't they the same? Like, well, they're awful similar. I swear.
It's just because we've got Ruth van Nistelrooy in the team.
Well, I think this is the 03-04 season, so this would be like towards the end of the season type.
Should we go 3-0?
I say 3-1.
I just say 3-0. I don't think City were that good in that year.
Nah. That's before oil money.
I'm just gonna agree with RJ.
I think we should go 3-0, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, I said I've got a feeling it could be. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It's 4-2, but I'm happy to go with you guys.
So we'll get with
I
Premier
genuinely
League.
don't know, so
Premier League 04.
Yeah, Premier League 04 and then
3-0.
Wait.
Let's go 3-0.
Oh no!
If it's 3-1, I will apologise. I would go on stream and apologise to every single one of you.
Right, so which one?
Let's go 3-0, Niall.
Are you sure?
3-0 Premier League 04.
Yeah,
Is that your
3-0.
final answer?
I guess that's what we're going with.
No. I feel like it's wrong.
Well, that's thing. I don't know why. That's why, as I said, I don't know. I mean, it's a bit of a kind of loose connection, to be fair, but I just feel like I've seen highlights of a game which finished 4-2. But I don't know. I wouldn't know the year. I'm not sure if it was 04 or 05, but I think...
McCockam says 3-0, so we could... You know, he's still a United fan, so he's helping us out. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is, but... yeah, look, say 3-0, and if Dom's wrong, then he publicly apologises.
Is 3-0 your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so go on.
Okay.
So 3-0 04 in Premier League.
The last one is this one.
Oh.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So,
99.
okay, yeah. So, wait, we have to understand which goal is this one? That's the thing.
2-1.
It is 2-1, yes, we do know that, yeah. But didn't he say that we need to get the...
So you need to tell me the last goal that went in. That'll be your bonus point if you've got all of them.
Oh, the last one that went in.
It was on one of the shirts.
That was all they're going to
It's the minute it went in.
So yeah, what minute it went in?
93rd. I remember that. 93rd minute.
Was it the 91st and 93rd with the 2 goals? Is that
Sheringham scored 91st and then Ollie 2 minutes later.
I'm guessing you know that. I'm guessing.
I think it was 90 because I've seen it before. I've heard people talk about it before.
I'm guessing you all know the year. I'm guessing you all know the year and the competition, right?
99 Champions League 2-1, Social 93.
Final,
right. I'm happy to go with that. I'm happy with that.
No.
We will go. So obviously you've answered all the questions. So we'll go.
So I teach a marking exam.
The comments. Where is there? It is. Right. So. Right. Some comments here. I'm just going to keep you waiting.
I think we got there. Everyone else's was easy.
We got 15-15 strip bear.
How far are you going up? Jesus.
Nice. We had Winter Surfer. He's good. Yes, he's impressive, dude. These are fucking easy. Even I know these.
Okay, calm down, calm down.
Because your club's got no history.
So we'll go through them. So the first one you said was Arsenal versus United.
Yeah.
Finished 3-1, 2009 Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was United Liverpool 2018 Premier League 2-1. The third one was Chelsea. Now it could have either been 2-1 or 1-0. It was in 2011 and it was in the Champions League and it was 1-0.
Okay, yeah.
The
Okay.
fourth one you said was Man U versus Man City. That could have been 3-0 or 4-2. It was 2004 Premier League. It finished 4-2. Ciaran was right. And the last one,
I've seen it.
The last one was in fact Manchester United versus Bayern Munich in 1999 for the Champions League. It did finish 2-1. You got the bonus question right, but
we only drew.
Because you went with Dom, you also finished on 14 points out of 15.
Well, we got the bonus point.
Yeah, hold on.
No. The bonus point only comes into it.
No. You
1
didn't
minute.
mention that.
I did because I said the same things. I said the same things to the boys.
Sorry,
right?
again.
The bonus point doesn't matter.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing to the Liverpool boys. You had to get all 5 pictures right for the bonus point to be effective.
This is a scam.
So
this is number one.
You lot came joint second with Arsenal and Chelsea.
Hold on. Yeah, okay.
But that's not the biggest issue. I was in the back. I was literally laughing my head off when Ciaran was like, "It was 4-2." I'm like, "He's got it." But then you went with Dom, a man who said, "I think I've seen this," gives you the correct score, and you don't go.
Why did we go with Dom? The Dom of all people. Instead of Ciaran. Ciaran, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Listen. It's fine. We're a team.
I would like to apologise to every single one of you on my behalf of my poor behaviour tonight. What I did was unacceptable. I apologise.
Oh, piss off. Right, move forward. Right, so... Yeah, I guess that is where we say goodbye. So we'll bring back, Mr. Unapologetic. And,
I'm sorry, Ciaran.
right, so now, where can they find
Time to go!
So you can find me at Nile_PAFC. Make sure you also follow the YouTube's Twitter and Instagram at Let's Talk EPL and Let's Talk EPL_. Join our Discord server. It's getting bigger every day, and Dom's an idiot.
What do you mean?
Ciaran, where can they find you, my man?
Red Door Weekly on YouTube and Red Door Weekly on Twitter. Pretty simple as that. But cheers for having me. Appreciate it.
And getting the questions right and being overturned by Dom.
Yeah.
Hey, we're a team. We're winning and losing the team.
Next time, Dom, you're going to say silent for the rest of this whole thing, right?
I just couldn't believe it.
Let's go.
Literally saying the fucking.
Right, Dom. Where can they find you? Except for obviously, school where you need to go back to learn your bloody history. But where can they find you?
We lost that on a technicality because Chelsea have no history, boys. That's why we lost it.
Go with that.
Nah, it's just they had the Winter Surfer.
Oh, that's fair.
He had Google. He was using Google. I seen him. I heard him. Heard his keyboard.
Right. Okay. Anyway. Right.
They can find me at Robotic Jaguar on Instagram, United_Dom on Twitter. What's Ciaran's one? Red Devil Weekly on YouTube. Let's Talk Premier League on YouTube and MSC 06921 on Snapchat and Pogba is class on Twitter.
Also, if you do want to follow him, he is known as Kenny or as Dominico Puerto Rico. Anyway, Matthew, where can they find you, my guy?
Just MSE6921 on Twitter, and apparently bombing buildings according to Niall. Because I'm a terrorist, apparently.
Okay, and Kenny, finally, where can they find you, my guy?
They can find me at Pogba's class, and I don't have any of the social medias.
He has Snapchat. That's his
fair
Snapchat.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube,
And the
and
IRA.
Twitter as well. And you can also find me tomorrow morning. I will be doing the first ever morning show Saturday morning, lads. Do check it out at 11 a.m.
Is that tomorrow? Is it?
Oh, it will be. It will be. I'll find.
You doing your
some time.
IRA?
Fucking
Shit, shut
Anyway,
up.
so
that's
I
right.
didn't even.
IRA.
We need to talk after this. I didn't realise you were doing that.
so
I'll
thank
make
you
sure
so
I
much for
watch.
watching. We'll see you soon.
IRA.
See you next week, 10 p.m. Friday night. Thank you so much.